about anything at Freak Train, but it is a hell of a good time. What intrigues me most is that in April, from the 5th to the 27th, they're having Heathers, the musical, right, being performed here. So I would fully encourage you to continue supporting the Bug Theater, checking out any one of these festivals or shows, because they have been treating us so well. And in general, we should be supporting local theater. So thank you. Hang on. All right. Don't see what's behind the stage. Okay, so the next person that we have coming up is, and we're back, okay, is Danielle Dannenberg, and her talk is freaking amazing. These two know what I'm talking about. She indicated that something that is popular now that in 5 years will be considered ridiculous is going out of our own homes to buy anything. Sad but true. Amazon owns me. The weirdest thing that she's ever seen in someone else's home is a junior Olympic-sized wave pool. That's different. And the best kind of cheese is grilled cheese. I'm just saying, I love all cheese equally. No, that's not true. I'm not a huge fan of Swiss cheese. You're welcome. And blue cheese is only attractive after a lot of drinking. So other than that, I'm all ranch all the time, which isn't even a cheese. Did I mention the bits and pieces the food truck out there has Mexican-style wings? They're all drumsticks. They come with tortillas, and evidently they are freaking amazing, particularly according to Orlando's daughter, Ava, who's out there. I would guess she's 9 or 10. She said they're really, really good. So keep that in mind if you haven't already gotten food out there. Slip out, get some, come back. We won't judge you. Also, please keep tweeting. Also, if you haven't already seen Shauna Urbanski running around without her heels on because she doesn't want to interrupt the show, she is taking a whole lot of pictures for both Instagram and Facebook under Ignite Denver. I'm still judging you. I'm pointing to my ass because that's where my phone is. I'm still judging you as to whether or not you're tweeting because I'm trying really damn hard to respond to every single one of you. Cheryl has now also offered to hike a 14er with me. I do have a top 40 to accomplish in my 40s, so I may have to refer back to that if people don't want to do hiking but might want to do some other adventure with me. So that'll come back around later. I'm going to be drinking more wine backstage. In the meantime, let's learn more about Danielle, shall we? Big round of applause.
What does family mean to you? Family means something different to everyone. I know people who believe family is everything, and I know others who believe friends are the family you choose. I believe family is the family you choose. I grew up with a mom, a dog, one blood aunt, and one first cousin. I loved them, but I always felt part of a much bigger family. I can remember at least 10 families who referred to me as their third or fourth daughter throughout my life. So I created my own definition of family, a group of people related by love. Those adopted families would bring me to holidays and family dinners and once even a family reunion. I was related by love. And here's the thing, I grew up as an only child. And usually when I tell people that, they think of all the judgments they have about only children and either say, you don't seem like an only child at all, or they say, that makes sense. You see, my mom had chosen to only have one child because she was a self-proclaimed single mother by choice. When she found herself single at 40, instead of finding some other guy to be her partner, she figured, why wait? So she kind of just said, screw it all, and got a sperm donor, and she made me. I first asked about family when I was 2, turned to my mom and said, where's my dad? She said, you don't have a dad. And I said, oh, and kept playing. Just like I always knew this woman was my mom, I always knew I was conceived by anonymous sperm donor number 11. And here he is. Brown hair, brown eyes, 175 pounds, olive skin, liked guitar and racquetball, had an MBA, like me. I never longed for a dad, but I always wanted siblings. Someone to stay up late with and make lemonade stands with. And when my mom told me she wasn't going to have any more children, I suggested we adopt. When she said no to that, I'd ask for a pet instead. Eventually, when I was 10, she caved and got me a guinea pig. I named him S'mores, and I was so happy. But after 3 months, I put S'mores up for adoption. Turned out caring for a guinea pig was more work than I expected a sibling to be. And I admit my fantasies of siblings were probably better than reality would have been, but I wanted a buddy that didn't have 4 legs. And when I was 17, that wish came true, but in a much different way than I imagined. There was a website called the Donor Sibling Registry. You paid $99 and got to see anyone who had the same sperm donor as you. I found 5 half-siblings who shared donor number 11. I met my first half-sibling, Max, in 2009, and he immediately became my brother. We've since shared 3 Thanksgivings together and have taken multiple trips from California to Bogota, Colombia. And for years, we thought it was just the 5 of us from that website. But then in 2015, the at-home DNA testing service 23andMe gained popularity. You send in some saliva and you learn about your genetic history, ancestry, and they show you a database of DNA relatives. We started discovering more and more half-siblings. I met my first sister, Frances, in June, and meeting her felt like running into someone I had known my entire life, though we'd only just met. We share almost the same mannerisms and are always looking for things we have in common. We've had a ton of fun FaceTiming with Max and another new sister, Ariel. I started off as an only child, but I now have 16 siblings and counting. That number just grew again last month. We're planning our first sibling union for August. In the year 2013, my mom was diagnosed with ALS. And if you're not familiar, ALS is a progressive disease leading to paralysis, a terminal illness with no cure. She was given a life expectancy of 2 to 5 years, but she died 6 months later. She was 62, I had just turned 22. And becoming parentless at such a young age was hard. It had always just been the 2 of us. I could have felt so alone, but I knew I had so much family around me. I have brothers and sisters who I didn't grow up with, but who are my siblings. I have friends I've known for 10 years that might as well be blood. I have so many adopted families. And though I was in a unique situation to find new family, I created one in my own way too. So no matter if you love the family you grew up with or always wish you had a different one, I believe we can all create our own families. And I challenge you to go out and redefine what family means to you. And whoever they are, love them fiercely. Because if we all did this, maybe we could all feel a little less lonely and a little more loved. Thank you.
Okay, do it. She's going down the stairs, people. Well done. That talk, when I saw the title, was like, oh dear, this could be very, very fundamental. It was not. I was so moved by it. And I really, really admire you, Danielle. I don't know where you are because lights are in my face, but let me know.